One of the major goals of our course redesign was to improve student learning, and so we chose MyPsychLab specifically for that. We have traditionally given a pre-post test, comprehensive test. So as soon as students come into the class, we test how much they know about the content, and then we do that at the end. And one of the things we've been disappointed about year after year is their improvement in learning was very, very small. Traditionally, in our class, we had 153 students, and I would come in there and I would lecture to them, and they would not have read their textbook, and they wouldn't have interacted with the material. So I was basically reading the textbook to them.
So since we started using MyPsychLab, we've seen a number of improvements in student learning. We see improvements just in the day-to-day learning of students in terms of how prepared they are in coming to class, how familiar they are with the material, and then of course we see improvements in their overall learning in terms of their performance on exams.
And so last semester with the pilot class, we showed a 33% improvement in learning from the beginning of the semester to the end of the semester using MyPsychLab, and that compared to about a 15% improvement in previous semesters. So we were very excited about that outcome.
MyPsychLab has really impacted the way that we have conducted our course redesign. It has allowed us to structure our classes in a completely different way. We've moved to a blended design where we're only in the classroom once a week now.
What we've done now is we have them do their MyPsychLab activities prior to coming to class, and that helps them come to class prepared.
MyPsychLab allows the students the opportunity to engage with the material outside of the classroom, which I really like because now it frees me up in terms of what I can do in the classroom. I actually feel like I have a much smaller class because I'm able to do classroom activities, I'm able to do demonstrations because I don't have to lecture on the same material that they can get in the textbook.
And the other part about using MyPsychLab ahead of time is that I can actually get data from their post-test that they take before they come to class and find out what do they understand already and what are they still struggling with, and then I can actually focus my entire lecture on the things that they don't understand. So I'm really able to tailor the lecture each and every time to the concepts that they are already finding difficult.
MyPsychLab has helped my students in a variety of ways. I think it helps students in terms of the flexibility to be able to do the assignments on their own time where they're not tied to my schedule. I think it also allows students an opportunity to regularly engage in the material. A lot of freshmen take our course, and what we find is that when they come in, they typically don't have a lot of good study skills. And we present them with a survey course with a lot of information, a lot of vocabulary, and expect that they're going to go home and engage in that information in a way that's going to be meaningful to them. The reality is they're not really sure how to do that. So MyPsychLab provides a vehicle for them to be able to interact with the information in a way that's going to be meaningful and fun and interesting to them. So they're motivated to get those points, they're motivated to engage with the material and watch the videos and see what's going to happen next, and then I think they come to class and realize the benefit of actually doing that. That they know what I'm talking about in lecture, that they can contribute to the class discussion.
I have students who are so much more engaged when they come in the classroom, and I have students tying material into a previous chapter, so they'll raise their hand and say, is this sort of like the bystander effect we talked about in chapter 10? And I think I was floored the first time that happened.
And so I've had a lot of students who, while they might be a little bit leery at first of the role of technology in this course, once they get it down and they understand how the system works, they've really been surprised at how interesting it is and how much it's been able to help them keep up with the material. Working with Pearson through this course redesign has really been an amazing experience. More than anything else, I've found that this is truly a partnership, and a partnership with the same goal in terms of improving student learning outcomes. That as a publisher, this isn't just about selling books. This is about truly creating an environment that is going to help student learning.